Okay, let's talk about lanyard benefits. What are all those extras? How you can make extra money? What are the things that really are different about the 7Pay comp plan besides holding residual volume and carrying over volume on both sides? Well, let's take a look at that. And also let's learn what our coins really cost us to stay active. So that's what we're going to start with first. Okay. We're going to start with what's our coin cost to stay active? And what is it really? Well, it's $105, but it doesn't cost $105 because we have things called loyalty points. We have things called commission points here that are included in your counter. So we have things that are called leadership points. These are banks. So how do you get leadership points? Leadership points are assigned every time you sign or enroll a new member yourself. They enroll on your site, $4.99. You're going to get 2 leadership points with every one of those memberships. That's the only one that gets leadership points. And they rack up in here. And I think, Tarita, you must have like 16 or 18 or something like that, maybe even more. But let's just say 16. Okay. Now, every time you enroll a new member at $4.99, it's going to go into that bank. Okay. Now, why is leadership points important? Well, it's for rollover commission checks. And let's say you're an associate. Okay. Now, if you're an associate, you have one on your right and one on your left that you personally sponsored on that team. Okay. Now, the computer cycles. Everyone needs to remember this principle. The computer cycles every time it sees 500 points on the left and 500 points on the right. It's going to automatically cycle. It's going to take those out of both counters. Then it's going to say, do I pay $500 to someone? They're going to look at their rank. If they're an associate, all they can earn is $500. If they're a copper, they can earn 2 cycles, $1,000. If they're a bronze, they can earn 4 cycles, $2,000. And it gets better every time. But if they're not any one of those, they're not even an associate, that computer will cycle and zero out. That's what it does. You don't get any points because you're not qualified to earn a check. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Let's say that a person ends up with 700 points on their left side and they're an associate, and they have 1,400 points on their right side. So it's the end of the pay week. What happens to the associate? Well, the computer comes in and it cycles 500 points out, and there's 200 points left over. So what happens to these 200 points? They go away because they're just an associate. And on this side, they cycle out 500 points and they leave them with 900 points. Okay. Now they could have earned commission check on this, but they didn't. So they actually end up with only 700 points. That's their incentive to rank up to copper. Now, as a copper, they can do what? They can make $1,000. But before we do that, I want to make sure we understand about these points with an associate. Let's put those same points in here as 1,400. And now let's put that the associate only has 490 points. The computer comes in and it will roll over all those points to the next week. They just stay there as long as you're active. And if it's there next week, at the end of the paycheck, nothing happened, they just roll over to the next week. So they don't go away. Oh, that's unlike a lot of other companies. And they keep rolling over till you make a check. That's pretty cool. But we also have what we call a COVID special. We want people to earn extra money. We have what we call a half cycle right now. So let me tell you about that real quick. And this is pretty deep where you really learn the real benefits of 7K. A half cycle means you're going to make $250. So they're going to take and pay, subtract 250 because you got 250 from each side. They're going to leave 240 points. They're going to roll over. Wow. And they're going to subtract 250 points from this side, and you have 1150. So that's how you get to start the next week. Well, you're only 10 points away from another $250 check. Okay, as an associate, if you have points over 500, they're going to cycle out and you're not going to get paid on them. That's the key. That's your incentive to rank up, become a copper. That's your incentive to help this person and this person become an associate like you were, with one on their left, one on their right. They become an associate and you get your second person and you become a copper. So how does the copper work? Copper is where leadership points and loyalty points come into play on commission. Now, what's loyalty points? Loyalty points are like where you get free silver. You get to turn loyalty points into free silver once a month, every 30 days. Well, how do you get loyalty points? Well, every time you enroll someone, doesn't matter if it's $199 or $499, you're going to get loyalty points of 100, regardless of what. That's extra. These are commission points. These are loyalty points. So it doesn't matter if they're a $199 or a $499, you get 100 loyalty points. So here we know we've got what? 400 loyalty points. We enroll 4 people, 2 on each side. So you got 400 loyalty points. That's pretty powerful. Now I'm assuming it doesn't matter if they're $499 one, it's 100 points. That's the whole key. Now you get loyalty points for doing your auto shipper, auto saver. You get 30 loyalty points for any of the coins you buy every month. That's pretty cool. That can start racking up pretty fast. Only takes normally about somewhere around 600 points to get a free silver product. You can look in loyalty in your back office and scroll down the bottom, you see all the products you can buy. They just restocked them, by the way, and because a lot of people have been ordering them. Okay, leadership points, you know where they come from, but you don't know how they're used yet. You won't know how they're used until you get a copper or above, because as an associate, you don't use leadership points because everything below 500 rolls over anyway, free. Oh, what's this free? Well, let's say you become a copper, and let's now put our volume at 480. Okay, I'm going to do less than 500, and let's do 1600 over here. Okay, so your copper, that's the end of the pay week. Well, gee whiz, you don't have 500 points, but you're going to get the 250. So it takes 250 from that, leaves you with 230, and takes 250 from this, and leaves you with 1350. Okay, so you're going to get a $250 check. That's how you start the next week, and they use no loyalty points because it was under 500. Anything under 500, automatic rollover in this company. I bet you didn't know this thing was that powerful, even though you heard about it. When you get down to the real details, you really see the power of how much this company invests into their members to become partners and long-term associates with the company. So we're going to erase these points now, okay? We're going to get another set of numbers, and we're going to see what happens less than, because you can earn 1,000 as a copper, and we're going to get 900 points in here, okay? Now, and we're going to have 2,000 points over here. Now, pay weekends, 8:01 p.m. Saturday, Hawaii time. That's your pay. It's over with. You can't put anything more. It's already going to do it. It's going to check your counter. Well, it's going to cycle at 500, and it's going to have 400 left on this side. It's going to cycle at 500, have 1,500 left on this side. Well, you're going to get a $500 check. But what happens to that 400 points? Because that 400, you're qualified to earn on. Well, it checks first to see if you got a leadership point. You got 16. Wow, computer does this automatically. You don't have a choice. It does it. You're going to use one leadership point, take it away, and all 400 points roll over to the next commission week. You already got a $250 check before you can get started. And you only have 100 points to gain on this team to get a $500 check. Everything rolled over, both sides. That's powerful. That's why you want to keep your rank ahead of your business, by the way. That's what Bob teaches his group. Okay. Now, what happens when you get more points than you can earn? Okay, let's do that example with a copper. Let's say you had 1,800 points here, and you had that 2,000 over here. You sure wish you were a bronze right now, I guarantee you. Because see, the computer's going to come look at this, and I want to ask you something. How many times is it going to cycle? See, it's going to cycle 3 times, 1,500. It's going to cycle 1,500 out of here and leave 300. But you're only a copper, so you can only get 1,000. It's going to cycle 1,500 out of here and leave 500. Now, you already got your 1,000. You got everything you're qualified to earn on. It does not use a leadership point. It only uses leadership points to roll over or convert commission points from one week to the next on points that you could have earned money on. Points that you are not qualified to own will not roll over because you're not qualified to own, nor will they go to loyalty. So this 300 cycles out also, and look what it does. It cycles out that because you weren't qualified to earn. So now you only got 200 points you're rolling over. Now you see why Bob teaches you to keep your rank ahead of your business? That's very important, by the way. We see, because the first time that happens to you, you're going to say, it went away. I want those points back. But you should have thought about that in advance. And that's why I try to teach you these principles so you do know about them in advance. So let's go to bronze real quick. What do you do to become a bronze? Well, a bronze, you can earn $2,000 a week. So you got to have your third person on your left and your third person on your right. And this person has to have an associate on its left, an associate on its right, both of them, and that's an associate that became a copper. So you have a copper on the left, copper on the right, and 3 actives. So it doesn't matter which ones of these become a copper, any one of the 3. Doesn't matter. Doesn't have to be the first one. It could be the third one that just joined. They came in with a business family pack. They sponsored one on the left with a business family pack, one on the right with business family. They're a copper. Just like we have some people that are about to do that round. How about that? So let's look at this situation. You can earn $2,000 here. So let's get 1,900 points here. And let's get 4,000 points over here. So what are you going to earn? Well, it's going to cycle what? You'll always look at your pay side. It tells you how many 500s will go into there. 3. So it's going to cycle what? 3 times. Your check is going to be $1,500. That's pretty cool. And you're going to have 400 points left over. And they're going to subtract 1,500 from here, and you're going to have 2,500 left. That's pretty cool. $2,500. Well, they're going to look and see if you got a leadership point. If you have a leadership point, that rolls over to the next week. All that rolls over. You start your commission check next week, just like that. Let's say you had no leadership points. You didn't use them all. You don't have any. Well, you were qualified to earn on that $400. What happens to it? Because you were qualified to earn on it. Well, you can't roll over your commission points because you don't have any leadership point. So they're going to take this, zero it out, but it doesn't come out over here. It moves to your loyalty points, and now you have 800 loyalty points. Wow. Now you can earn some of that free product quick when that happens. And so you actually get paid on everything you earn. That's why you keep your rank above. I think we covered just about every scenario because I multiplied, had over cycles above it where it actually reduced points that you could earn. And then below, anything below 500, never cycles, never loses a leadership point. That's why these leadership points are so important. As you are building and growing your business, those leadership points mean thousands and thousands of dollars, y'all, especially if you're ranking up kind of quick, trying to get to silver quick. They mean a lot. Just think about rolling over 400 points, rolling over 800 points, 900 points. Can't roll over 900 points, can you? Because you got to cycle. That's the whole point. Everything cycles, so you're going to get paid on those things. And so you can roll over 499. And I rolled over 497 one time. Didn't do 499, but I rolled over 499. That was pretty cool. Okay, now let's talk about that our products, why they do not cost $105. They keep us active. Because now you know what loyalty points are and you know what commission points are. $105 is what that costs us to stay active, product of value. We already know that's a good deal, but it's not costing you $105. This is why it's not costing you $105, because every time you buy that product, what happens to it? It goes to your pay side, your side that you have least points on. You buy it, you get 15 points right there. Well, 15 points is what? Dollars. That's commission dollars. Every bit of it's commission dollars. Because why? Because this is bank over here. Bank, you already got money in it. You don't have to have points coming up the earn. This is pay side. You get 15 points posted at it's $15. So hey, your auto shipper didn't really cost you 105 because you had 15 commission points on it. Minus 15 equals $90. So you're only really paying $90 for it. No, you're not paying $90 for it because you got 30 loyalty points that went straight to your loyalty bank to get you free silver. Well, you minus 30, now you're down to $60. Now, you can't buy that MS70 somewhere for $60. I don't care where you're looking. You got fake product if you can. But you're not paying $60 for it because you just watched, or if you look at the videos from third parties about 1099 tax benefits, tax lawyers, CPAs, business consultants, I provide you third-party videos that tell you all the things I'm about to tell you. So, your Social Security, your Medicare, and all these little things Uncle Sugar takes from you, no matter what, that's 15.2%, everybody. So even if you aren't paying income tax, you're paying taxes. You pay 15.2%. Even if you make minimum hourly wage, they take it out. You never get to see it. But if you're at the lowest income tax bracket, which is 10% right now, I don't think it's going to stay that way. So 10% on your tax. So really you're in a 25% tax bracket. Okay. Well, this product is tax deductible. It became a business promotion expense. You make sure you show it like we show ours, and we demonstrate them, and we take pictures of them. That's demo product. Proving that we're demonstrating. You can only write off one different one every month. One different one every month. Okay, you can write off multiple ones. But so if you're in a 25% income tax bracket or paying taxes net, well, that coin is doesn't cost you $60. You take 25% of 60, it's going to be minus what? Minus what, $15? So you really only paying what? $45 for that coin. Well, you can't even buy that coin for $45. The basic bullion coin, not even a rated coin, is about $37. It costs $25 to have the coin rated and packaged. The cost on that sucker is $62. And they don't just not make a profit on that, the rating company. So you're talking about a cost of about $65 to $68 is what that cost is. So you're getting it at a great discount and it's going to gain value. It just doesn't get any better than this. There are no price objections to this business if you make informed business decisions and you're knowledgeable. And our job is to teach people about the information that they should know, but they don't know. And because of that, I want you to have this information to share with those that are potential teammates, partners, and loved ones that you know. I hope this information is beneficial to you and them. Bob Reid.